Other things that are digital don't turn out well. Scott Pilgrim versus the World, a film directed by Edgar Wright, starring Michael Cera and a whole bunch of other people who did some stuff they're not proud of. Alright, here's a review. Brianna, you have the least amount of experience with Scott Pilgrim universe, so what is your opinion of what you've seen from the movie?
It's pretty good. My favorite is the battle scene, which is on right now.
The fight between Scott and Matthew Patel.
Yes.
It's funny. There's dances, there's demon hipster chicks, and there's flying and kung fu. It's super fun.
Yeah.
What's better than kung fu?
More kung fu. Justin.
More kung fu.
Justin, you've read most of the comic books and you've seen this movie at least once. What do you feel about it? I mean, did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you feel it's age appropriate at all? I mean, how do you feel?
I don't think it's age appropriate for 10 years old.
Why is that?
There's a lot of making out in there.
Like sexual content, I guess you could say.
And there's a lot of language, but in the comic books,
and violence and drug references.
They have a way of blurring it out.
I mean, no, in the book there's a lot more. In the movie they sort of get rid of a lot of that, and in some points just cover it by making bleeping noises like they do. Like most people use it. Like the censor bar used to be used to make hide control people, but everybody these days they use it as sort of a thing for humor. It's like so stupid it's
funny.
Yeah, it's so stupid it's funny kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you said the comic books are kind of inappropriate.
Yeah.
I mean, how much better do you think the movie is? I mean, do you like
I think it's better and
probably less type of sexual content in it. Language.
I think it's the same because all the movies is all the comic books combined made into one movie and
a moving version of it.
Yeah, like in here is in the 5th book.
Where are we right now?
Yeah.
Oh, no, this is the very first book. This is from the Scott Pilgrim's Precious Little Life.
And who's the skater guy?
The skater guy is Lucas Lee. He's in the second. He's a second boyfriend. Yeah, I mean, there are some significant changes from the book to the movie. I mean, in the comic books, everything sort of happens over a couple of months, almost a year. And in the movie, it's maybe a few weeks.
3.
Yeah, it's only a couple of weeks, so it's obvious we care a little bit less about Scott and Ramona's relationship because it's so little time. They could have almost turned this into a trilogy, but they decided not to go that route because it didn't feel right. But I mean, I've got the most
experience.
Yeah, the most experience with this whole universe. I've read all the comic books. I've seen the movie a few times, and I've played a little bit of the video game. It's very funny how many little video game references they throw in there. I mean, most people aren't going to get them. I didn't get most of them. There are some ones that are being used today, like Zelda. There's a Mario thing in there. But in the movie, it's a little bit quieter. There's a little bit less of them in there because it is a movie, and you can't put as much in there as you want. But I mean, overall, I enjoy it. I think it's pretty kid friendly. The movie and the game is pretty kid friendly because of the cute kind of animation it's got going for it. But in the books, there is a lot of sexuality.
Stop rolling.
Yeah, one moment. Overall, we all pretty much enjoyed it. Thank you. Bye.
Can you erase that because Bree pinched me?